I'm just thinking that if you've never had anxiety, if you've never suffered from it, if you've never felt it, you don't know what the feeling is. You probably don't. I don't know. Maybe you do. There's a feeling that just like grips your insides. It doesn't hurt. It's just tense. It's horrible. And I've got that today. And I feel like it's probably because things haven't gone right for me today. I tried to fix my phone. It didn't work out. I tried to make a video. It didn't work out. If this one works out, that's great. But this will be the third bit of video that I've recorded today and not done anything with. Hopefully I do something with this. Hopefully this comes up and things are okay and this is the bright spark at the end of the day. I don't know. I just haven't felt great today, and that meant that, well, I ended up just buying some stuff, and that's a bad place to be in. It's a bad place to put yourself in when you don't feel great about stuff. Now, I'm not frivolous, I'm not being stupid. This is something that I've had on my mind for a while to get, and I've got the money to do it. But it doesn't mean that I should have done it today. It doesn't mean that it was the right decision to make today. And especially since I made it, I tried to make myself feel better by buying something. And that's always stupid, because I ended up making myself feel worse, because I spent money on something that is, is expensive enough for me to care about. And I don't feel great. And that's on me. But it made me think about a wider issue, a wider thing that I know I've gone through, and it's gear acquisition syndrome. It's that idea that by buying the next new thing, by having access to this new piece of technology or this new thing, you will make better stuff. It'll be easier to make something that's better. You'll see this new technology and you think, do you know what, that will take some of the roadblocks out of the way and I'll be able to make better stuff. But that's not really how it works. And you've probably heard this 1,000 times before. It's not about the gear. Well, sometimes it is about the gear, but you've just got to realise when it's about it. And I think what I have to try and remind myself is that, yes, the equipment I have does put in the way some roadblocks. I don't have access to the best stuff, the best thing to suit every environment, every shooting scenario. I don't have that on hand, but I have some pretty great stuff and I can do some really lovely things with it, and I know how to edit and stuff like that. The real problem is, the real issue, the real speed bumps between you and producing the thing that you want to produce isn't as simple as technology. It's often not having the right people, not having the time, not having the access to the thing that you want to film, not having the right weather, it's all sorts of things that get in the way of you creating the best thing that you could create that aren't the equipment. And it's so easy to just think, well, I could just throw some money at this and it would be fixed. And I don't really think that's what I did today. I think today was kind of more retail therapy, and it's not going to be particularly detrimental to me in the long run. It's just, I just feel silly for doing it. So easy to get caught up in the idea that equipment matters, especially if you spend your time on YouTube, if you spend your time on camera YouTube, that is, photography videos, tech videos, video videos. It's so easy to get dragged into that mindset. And even when you see people saying it's not the gear that matters, it's the story or it's the whatever, you kind of go, okay, yeah, I get that, but you've got the nice stuff. So maybe it does matter a little bit, so I'm probably best if I do get it. And it kind of never is. I don't think anyone ever is in a slump and gets a new camera and goes out and makes their best work straight away. maybe the fact that you've spent a load of money on something propels you into wanting to make some better stuff, and maybe it is the reason you get off your arse and go and make it. But it was never the camera's fault. It was never your old camera's fault, and it's never, you can never give the credit to your new camera. If you could, we wouldn't get annoyed at those people who say, oh, that's a great photo. What camera did you use? If it was true that the camera was the issue, then we wouldn't be able to get annoyed at that sentiment. But we do, and you know, it's true that it's not the camera. So yeah, today I was going to make a really interesting video about planning out my new studio, but it just wasn't, I didn't know how to tell that story. Nothing to do with not having the right camera equipment to tell the story. It was the roadblock was me. The roadblock was my creativity and my ability to form an idea and use the stuff that I've got to produce it. And that's why you've just got me ranting straight down the lens. Well, thank you for watching anyway. Oh, by the way, the thing that I bought was an Atomos Shogun, so that I can shoot RAW with this camera, which, I mean, I shoot in HD mostly, so... right. Laters.